was just a lad, barely 17 years old. I had my first real run-in with the law. It's not my finest hour, but I'd like to share the story, and you'll see why I have not shared this before. Some friends and I had met for steak and chips and banter at a pub we knew would serve us lager with our meal. We revelled in our youth and drank to prove ourselves as adults, laughing loudly as we split and paid the bill. I couldn't just go home that night. Instead I showed my friend what I had bought online. I had a gun, a replica gun, which for all intents and purposes looked like a real one. They took me to a police van and I climbed in the back, but I might have just been shot if I was black. I stood out on the road outside my house, a quiet corner of East London, in the glow of the streetlights. The streetlights glow. We were waiting for a taxi which would take us to our friend's house where we planned to drink and play poker all night. That sounds fun! Suddenly, a silent shape advancing up the middle of the road catches my eye. I freeze in fear. A neighbour saw me brandishing a weapon and quite fairly called the law, and this was them arriving here. I had a gun, he had a gun, a replica gun, he had a gun, which for all intents and purposes looked like a real one. They took me to a police van and I climbed in the back, but I might have just been shot if I was black. An armed policeman in full combat armour didn't point his weapon at me, but he had one by his side. He could see that I could see him coming, I could see that he could see me. All was calm and no one died. Surrounded on all sides by Specialist Firearms Command, that's Met Police Squad SCO 19. Thankfully no shots were fired, it's a blessing none were harmed. I was arrested, apprehended peacefully. I spent the night locked up, then they released me. Pleased to see my dad was waiting for me outside in the car.
You've made your mother cry.
I remember feeling foolish, but as much for being caught as for my actions, as I thank my lucky stars. I was released, I was released, I was relieved, I was relieved. They saw that I was young and scared and dumb and let me leave. It didn't end a tragedy, they didn't shoot on sight. Possibly a bit because I'm white. If I matched a racial profile or my area was more deprived, they may have been more cautious moving in. If they saw me lift a lighter, they might panic and decide to take the shot based on the colour of my skin. I'm not saying that all police staff are racist, but a few are, and the system's clearly rotten to the core. There's a bias in all tiers of our society, and while I'm against rioting, I think the time has come to change the law. Stop and search has never really been a problem for me. Maybe I'm just lucky that they never pick on me. Or maybe it's my melanin deficiency. Statistically, if I look differently, the odds of stops are 10 times more. I'm looking back, he's looking back, I'm looking back, he's looking back. I'm examining the privilege I've had. He's always had. I'm not evil, but I admit that I've not been good enough. I've been willfully ignorant of stuff. Important stuff. We have to stop reducing these communities within society to being less than human beings. Black or white, refugees, legal migrants, Romani, we're all just people and we want to chase our dreams. If we could all trade places, understand the role that race plays in our lives at every level, we might change the way we vote and think about our human neighbours when we realise they don't hate us really, everyone just wants to stay afloat. With the wealth in such disparity, we should see now with clarity just who the ruling classes really are. The status quo's protected by the wealthy to keep more wealth for themselves, and society's unhealthy, but we just keep posting selfies, buying everything they sell these days, regardless of the cost to human lives. I had a gun, he had a gun, replica gun, he had a gun. We can't forget now how this song begun. I have to say I've given this a lot of thought. My privilege is something I acknowledge